and welcome to E-Town News, जहां आपको मिलेगा डेली डोज ऑफ बॉलीवुड न्यूज, फैशन ट्रेंड्स, टीवी एंड सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हर अपडेट. A show which gives you the day's lowdown of all the best happenings in the world of glamour. तो इंतजार किस बात का? Let's take a look at today's headlines. क्यों चाहते हुए भी उधम सिंह बायोपिक में फिल्म मेकर शुजीत सरकार नहीं कर पाए लेट इरफान खान को कास्ट? क्या हुआ जब रकुलप्रीत सिंह को एयरपोर्ट पर किया गया स्पॉट? संजय दत्त और रणबीर कपूर जल्द शुरू करेंगे शमशेरा की शूटिंग. रणबीर कपूर और संजय दत्त को सिल्वर स्क्रीन पर देखने की फैंस की विश जल्द होगी पूरी, क्योंकि रणबीर कपूर और संजय दत्त जल्द ही शुरू कर सकते हैं फिल्म शमशेरा की शूटिंग. कोरोना वायरस आउटब्रेक की वजह से लगे लॉकडाउन में फिल्म्स की शूटिंग रुक गई थी. ऐसे में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से फिर से शूटिंग चालू करने की परमिशन मिलने के बाद रणबीर कपूर और संजय दत्त का नाम उन चुनिंदा एक्टर्स में शामिल हो सकता है जो अनलॉक 1.0 में सबसे पहले काम पर लौट सकते हैं. कि फिल्म शमशेरा के बचे हुए पोर्शंस को लिमिटेड स्टाफ के साथ मुंबई के एक स्टूडियो में शूट किया जाएगा. रिपोर्टेडली इस फिल्म का 4 दिनों का पैच वर्क बचा हुआ है, जिसे रणबीर कपूर और संजय दत्त साथ में शूट करेंगे. हालांकि फिल्म का प्रिंसिपल शूट लॉकडाउन शुरू होने से पहले ही पूरा कर लिया गया था. According to reports, producer Yash Raj Films has decided to shoot in a studio, keeping safety in mind. और इसलिए फिल्म की टीम इंडोर लोकेशन पर काम करेगी. इस फिल्म से जुड़े सोर्स का कहना है, The film's principal shoot was complete when the lockdown was announced. Director Karan Malhotra and his team utilized the stay-at-home period by beginning the post-production work. As their next step of action, Karan and Yash Raj Films head honcho Aditya Chopra have decided to film the remaining portion inside the YRF studio with limited crew, keeping the logistics and safety precautions in mind. The shoot dates have yet to be determined as the makers are awaiting an approval from the Producers Guild. They have also sought the permission of the Federation of Western India Cine employees to enable daily wagers to resume work on the project. आपको बता दें कि इस फिल्म में रणबीर कपूर और संजय दत्त के अलावा वानी कपूर भी नजर आने वाली हैं. के कुछ पोर्शन को वानी और रणबीर लद्दाख में भी शूट कर चुके हैं. फिल्म शमशेरा एक फैंटेसी एक्शन ड्रामा है जिसे मैसिव स्केल पर शूट किया गया है. इस फिल्म में रणबीर कपूर डबल रोल में है. हालांकि इस फिल्म को पहले 31 जुलाई को रिलीज किया जाना था, लेकिन लॉकडाउन की वजह से ये प्लान पूरा नहीं हो पाया. वैसे अभी तक ये डिसाइडेड नहीं है कि फिल्म को कब रिलीज किया जाएगा, पर ये बात साफ है कि ऑडियंसेस को इस फिल्म की रिलीज का बेसब्री से इंतजार है. एक और सेलेब के घर पहुंचा कोरोना वायरस. एक्ट्रेस अमृता अरोरा ने किया कंफर्म दैट हर फादर इन लॉ वाज डायग्नोज्ड कोरोना वायरस पॉजिटिव. लेकिन अमृता अरोरा ने जूम के साथ एक एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरैक्शन में अब ये भी कंफर्म कर दिया है कि उनके फादर इन लॉ रिकवर कर चुके हैं एंड ही इज हेल्थी. अमृता सेड, "Yes, it's true. He's fully recovered and healthy. Will be home shortly. He's perfectly fine." Well, this is definitely good news. हम आपको बता दें, अमृता अरोरा is married to businessman शकील लद्दाख. वैसे कल ही हमने आपको अपडेट दिया था कि अमृता अरोरा की सिस्टर मलाइका अरोरा की बिल्डिंग में भी एक शख्स कोरोना पॉजिटिव पाया गया है, जिसके बाद अथॉरिटीज ने मलाइका की बिल्डिंग को सील करने का फैसला लिया. इस मामले में मलाइका अरोरा की तरफ से कोई ऑफिशियल रिस्पॉन्स तो नहीं आया है, लेकिन सोर्सेस का कहना है कि मलाइका अरोरा इज टेकिंग फुल प्रिकॉशंस और वो फिलहाल अपने घर में सेफ हैं। मुंबई में कोरोना वायरस पैंडेमिक काफी तेजी से फैल रहा है और आम लोगों के साथ साथ कई सेलिब्रिटीज और उनके हाउस स्टाफ भी इस डेंजरस वायरस का शिकार हुए हैं। हाल ही में करण जौहर और बोनी कपूर के हाउस हेल्प्स भी कोरोना वायरस पॉजिटिव पाए गए थे, जिसके बाद इन दोनों ही सेलेब्स की फैमिलीज ने लिया था पूरा प्रिकॉशन और क्वारंटीन पीरियड के बाद इनकी फैमिली में कोई और कोरोना वायरस पॉजिटिव नहीं पाया गया था। वैसे इस पैंडेमिक के दौरान पूरे बॉलीवुड ने अपनी सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को अच्छी तरह निभाया है। बॉलीवुड से सभी, चाहे वो अक्षय कुमार हो या फिर शाहरुख खान या सलमान खान, उन्होंने बढ़ चढ़कर अपनी सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी निभाई है। जरूरतमंदों को खाना खिलाने से लेकर कोविड वॉरियर्स की भी इन स्टार्स ने मदद की है। सोनू सूद आज भी माइग्रेंट वर्कर्स को उनके घर भेजने की पहल कर रहे हैं, जिसके लिए इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर भी उनकी बहुत तारीफ हुई है। ये वही मुश्किल पल होते हैं जब हम एज अ सोसाइटी एकजुट होकर सामने आते हैं एंड वी आर श्योर कोरोना वायरस पैंडेमिक को भी हम बहुत जल्द बीट कर देंगे। On the show.
Some days, I wake up with so much anger and, some days I feel helpless. Some days, you feel sad.
Welcome to Speakeasy. My name is Sidrani and I'm with two amazingly talented women, Shiny Gupta and Lynn Laishram. How's your mental health right now? How have you dealt with this entire lockdown?
Really, it was frustrating. I really wanted to jump out of the window and just, be out and about. But I got long and I started cooking. That was one skill that I, trying to, I've improved my cooking now. And, I started doing things I was refusing to do before, like reading and acting exercises and things like that. So not so bad, not so bad.
Okay, now
well, I am really enjoying myself. Yeah, it's obviously ups and downs, and every week is different, honestly. So and of course there was housework and all of that. And then I think I really needed a break. I was like, listen, I just have to breathe, okay? So I told my managers and PR that I'm not doing anything. Just let me be for a week. And then that week was quite bad because my uncle got COVID and he was in the ICU for 24 days, obviously in Calcutta, not here. But anyway, so then Irfan's thing happened, and that week was just strange. And then my hairstylist, who's very, very close to me, she lost her father to COVID. So, so it's really been, and obviously there's so much that you see people just suffering. So some days, I wake up with so much anger and, some days I feel helpless. Some days, you feel sad. Some days, you feel hopeful and happy, and there's something that cheers you up, or you see a video of somebody being nice and kind, and those kind of things. So yeah, it's really like a gamut of emotions. And but we have again, I think we have to keep coming back to art and cinema because we have a film group where we watch 4-5 films every week, and we discuss films, and it's really been our quarantine family. And yeah, so I think watching films again, as Lynn said, doing housework and cooking, I'm really enjoying myself.
But tell me, I hope your uncle's doing better now, and I hope your sister.
Yeah, he came back home. I mean, it was just miraculous. He's 84, and it was a huge challenge for the medical team in Calcutta, but they did an exceptional job. He already has, his case was very complicated because he already has a lung issue and a heart issue and high BP and diabetes and cholesterol and hypertension, you name it, and he has it all. But he just fought it, man. He just fought it. And while he was in the ICU, and he was apparently talking about poems and literature and making plans and making plans of how to he's part of the governing, he was part of the West Bengal government earlier, and all that in the planning commission. So he was actually planning to how to tackle COVID once he's out and all. So I think it's a lot here, it's your mental strength and your mental health that sort of helps you stay afloat.
Your film releasing on an OTT platform, which is fantastic. The films that come from Sikkim or for Northeast, particularly, are never considered to be even indie. Surprisingly, they're even like, I don't know if there's a separate category for that, because they're so. They are, or very very few are recognized and sort of even acknowledged, and I think that itself is fabulous that this now all over the world people will get to see this.
Yeah, I mean, I have always, again, obviously Lynn is from there, but I mean, because I've had many friends over the years who are from the Northeast. And again, when we talk about the Northeast, it's not a homogeneous entity. There's a huge difference culturally in terms of language, topography, behavioral pattern, temperament, food, everything is different. It's literally like how UP and West Bengal are different. So it's not like, people from Manipur and Mizoram or Nagaland and Sikkim have the same sort of culture and, habits, right? They are different entities. And within the states, you have so many different sort of tribes and, dialects and all of that. And it's a very complex structure.
So even when a writer picked up a story from Northeast, they did not cast a Northeasterner, which was injustice, I felt. Like, I understand the whole business point of it and all of it, but it is so unfair that a Manipuri girl did not get a chance. It doesn't have to be me, but somebody who should be playing that part was not given a chance. It's like you're making a Sachin Tendulkar biopic and Brad Pitt has been played by, Brad Pitt has been cast, so it's really unfair.
We are obviously talking about Mary Kom here. There was an entire conversation about, for some people, it was extremely uncomfortable to watch, the biopic in that way. The conversation did arise because they felt like, where is the Northeastern representation here? And this was that moment for it.
Yeah,
right.
I honestly think, and I mean, obviously Lynn and I have spoken about this and we have spoken about this. And I know that's what Lynn is saying, that it's a business decision, right? When you have to mount a film which is that big, you have to take a star, because if you took somebody, and I mean, somebody who's from there, but probably a great actor, it wouldn't, have the kind of opening. And, ultimately big films, I mean, films are a business, it's a huge business, right? And there are lots of people's livelihoods which are dependent on films. So I understand that, but then an effort should have been made. The unfortunate part is that the actor playing the character looked nothing like the character, so then some effort should have been made to do prosthetics to make that, how much of suspension of disbelief can you have? For example, I am not a Nepali, but I'm playing a Nepali, and there is no harm in playing that if you look the part. If you look the part, then half the battle is won, right? Because I do look Nepali, or
that's
I do look.
That's why people do casting, right?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily that you practical decisions, but at least make the effort to make her look like the person. Don't be like, oh, kuch bhi karke chal jayega. Ye chal jayega attitude, I feel, comes from a place where you don't care about authenticity enough, and that's a problem. That's been a problem. And having said that, I know for a fact that I might get a lot of flack also, because people might be saying, why didn't you cast a real Nepali to for Upasana's part? And the fact is that I had auditioned for the part, and there were other people who were Nepalis, or people from actors from the Northeast who had also auditioned, and I happened to get the part. So I had to, like, it's not like, for whatever reason, I mean, it's ultimately a director's prerogative. But again, having said that, I don't think twice, and none of us would think twice if I had to play a Gujarati, or play somebody like Gaura from Article 15 or Champa from Parts. And it's the same thing. But as long as you make an effort to fit into that milieu, or ethnicity, if we are talking about it, in my case, I think the positive was that I look, that I am from the Northeast. I look Assamese, or I look I get it all the time. Like when I say I have nothing to do with the Northeast, people are like, no, 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 kuch to hoga, you know. In fact, when I told Vinay Pathak that, oh, I'm doing the film, he's like, Arey, chalo, finally somebody's cast you right. You know, it's a filmmaker's take, honestly, that how authentically, do you want to make an authentic, honest film, or do you want to make a big film about a big personality? So that's the difference, I think.
Agree.
Yes,
agree.
Lynn, would you agree? Do you think that you've been a part of Medicom, so did you feel that Priyanka's role, there could have been much more effort in making her look more like the character? Do you relate to what Shiny just said?
They did try. They did try making her look, but it was a very action-oriented film. Lot of boxing. She trained really hard and all of that. So putting on prosthetic and fighting was a troublesome,
Yeah.
Like you can't. There's so much movement, and like half the film was shot in a ring, a boxing ring. So to have
Right.
all that, to box, and
Yeah.
it's not
And
not,
sweat and yeah, it's totally
yeah,
understand.
it's not possible to do something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, but I don't know. Right. There are a lot of things that I want to talk about. First of all, Indian cinema has started changing, first of all, which is great. There are a lot of, realism coming in, not only dancing behind the trees and all of that, but there's, a lot of realism brought into it. And a lot of commercial films are also trying to make it pan-India sort of a film. But where they are failing is that they are not able to write a character which is from a Northeast, which comes from a Meghalaya or Assam or Tripura or Mizoram, they are not able to crack that. And why that is happening, and I mean, I keep discussing this with my other friends who are from the Northeast and who are actors, because when we get the description of the character, it's nothing like a Northeastern character. But they would say ki a girl from Northeast, but they will not specify which state, what, where, all of that. So, and that is the lack of awareness. Again, back to that.
Absolutely.
There is not enough, like if somebody is writing, they have not done enough homework to go travel to that place or try to understand or spend time with, people from there. People should make a little more, put in more effort to understand the culture. If they're writing, if a writer is writing a character of a Northeasterner, they should at least put in some effort, show some love for the, for the culture, for the people out there, reach out to them, to as many, because it's not easy. I'm not saying get in details of each tribe or anything like that.